let's talk about video games, sorta. I just started playing Final Fantasy XV. And it managed to draw me in with what I found to be a particularly potent beginning. Well, in all honesty, not the beginning, but what can only be described as the third introduction, which came about 5 or 6 minutes in. This is when the mission statement of the game was laid out in front of me in all its glistening boy band clarity. Now, on the one hand, some of you will know exactly where I'm going with this, others will not, while I'll explain why I find this beginning to be utterly amazewax. Those of you who do not might just ask yourselves, what is this unnervingly enthusiastic creepazoid yammering about? Fair question. Bear with me. In 1982, Stephen King published a collection of 4 novellas called Different Seasons. If you Wikipedia this title, you'll quickly learn that these novellas are not King's typical horror father. They are mostly dramatic stories. Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption is one of them. There's also Apt Pupil, The Body, and Breathing Method. The Body was adapted into a Rob Reiner movie in 1986. It is a story about 4 small-town boys, each of them a distinct character with quirks and charms, as they embark on a misguided hiking adventure to find a missing boy. The goal itself becomes quite insignificant as their field trip turns into a journey of self-discovery and a rite of passage to growing up. Now, you can also easily Wikipedia an interesting bit of trivia about how Columbia Pictures decided to look for a different title for the release because they were concerned that the original title, The Body, was a bit misleading.
And slightly erotic.
Funnily enough, that's exactly what the producers thought about the title.
I know my shit.
Yeah. Considering it is primarily a story about a group of friends and their interpersonal dynamics, Rob Reiner, the director, suggested they use a title of Ben E. King's song Stand By Me. It was fitting, considering these lyrics reflected the way this journey strengthened the bond of these 4 kids. It is a wonderful, heartwarming film about friendship, about growing up. If by any miracle you haven't seen it yet, it would be really nice if you did after this video. Just be ready to be emotionally sucker punched and to hum Stand By Me. No, God was not kind to me when he... Be ready to hum Stand By Me for the rest of the day, if not the week. So, here I am, eager to play Final Fantasy XV on my PC. So I start up the game and immediately I'm greeted with a good old superfluous and disorienting frame narrative technique. Some apocalyptic and foreboding stuff happens, ends on a fiery cliffhanger, cuts to white, and we are taken back in time before the fall, whatever that means. We are introduced to a young Prince Noctis and his merry entourage of 3 childhood friends / bodyguards. They are a group of 4 young men, each of them a distinct character with quirks and charms, as they embark on a misguided adventure to marry off the prince for political reasons. The goal itself becomes quite insignificant as their trip turns into a journey of self-discovery and a rite of passage to growing up, adopting responsibility, and whatnot, a Bildungsroman in gaming form, if you will. Not an uncommon narrative phenomenon in the medium. Now, this similarity of setup to the movie Stand By Me could have just been a coincidence in the world oversaturated with narratives. However, around 5 minutes in, our overdesigned protagonists are forced to push their malfunctioning, overdesigned vehicle along the desert road And the angelic voice of Florence Welch begins to croon the lyrics of, yes, that song.
ないよな。ノクティス王子。
調子に乗りすぎたな。
しょうがないでしょ。
なんとも幸先の悪い。
裏で頼む。
なんだ。
一人で押してくれ。
バカ言ってんじゃねえ。
As Florence hums softly in the background while we are listening to the banter between four friends in this sci-fi fantasy realm, the mission statement of the story is revealed with an astounding efficiency, and the game bought me right then and there. I know the reviews for this title are mixed. I know people complain that the story is a muddled mess, and to be honest, I still haven't moved all that much past this section, which I know is barely an introduction. But whenever I find time to sit down and play this game properly, no matter what narrative curveballs are thrown my way, I will always refer back to this beginning and perceive this game as a story about friendship and evaluate it accordingly. I can't help it, not after this cocktail of intertextuality. Of course, this is just my opinion about the game that I still haven't played. I just wanted to let you know that, well, I thought the beginning of Final Fantasy XV was kind of neat.